In this video, I'm just going to explain that what are the important functions used in Power BI desktop applications. So starting from like how to import data in Power BI, then transformation of data, how to filter data and change data type, then change column headers, check applied steps, import data from website, and how to merge queries, then create measures as well as columns. Next, we will learn about what is the visualization and how to create a reports. And with one example that I will be preparing data, and from the data how to check the profit by date, and how to create some reports related to the geography, then convert to the tree map. And what is tree map? How to convert bar chart to line chart, then how to change look and feel. At the end, we will learn a little bit about how to publish a report. So I have one file ready, so in which some numbers you will see related to the sales of some milk products. So we have on the left hand side we have countries, then product column, then units sold, revenue per cookies, cost per cookies, then we have revenues, then cost, profit, dates, and we find here month number, month name, and year. So we have the data ready here in Microsoft Excel. So how to import data in Power BI? This will be the first step. So first of all, we need to open the Power BI application that we have here, the Power BI desktop version. So next, the step is that how to import data. For this one, that you need to go to the Home tab, and you will find here the Get Data. So when you click on the Get Data, you will be having a number of options that from the data that can be extracted and can be taken. So now here that Excel workbook, this is the first options. When we click on this option, we will find that one file is already available with us. Then by just double clicking on this file, you will be able to extract and import data. Now this is the navigator in which we will see the preview before loading data into Power BI. So now on the right hand side we can see the cookie sale data exactly the same way that already we have seen in Microsoft Excel. If we want to make some modification, right, then we need to click on transformation of data instead of load. So the first what I'm going to do, I'm just going to click on transform data to make some modification, or which is also known as the transformation of data. So just click on this, then you will see that the new window that will appear in front of us. This is the Power Query Editor, right? On the left hand side, we will see the cookie sale. This is the name of the file and name of the table. Then on the right hand side, we'll see that applied steps. So here we can see exactly the same file that we have already seen. Then for example, if we want to make some modification here, so we can do that. Let's take an example that if we want that the unit sold are here, then we see that some of the numbers are there in the fractions. Like you can see 1.2 here. When you click on this, it means the decimal numbers, right? So what I want, if I want to make changes here, just I don't want all these figures like just like the numeric figures, because the whole unit cannot be in fractions. So I want to make some data corrections. So in this way, just by right click on this column and just go to here, you will find here data type, then the whole number. Just by clicking the whole number, the what you will see that the number the whatever the numbers are here, that you will be able to change it, right? So before making some changes, that the message will appear in front of you, and once that you click on the replace current, then you will be able to see that all the data type has been changed from a decimal to the whole number. And also, like if you want to change exactly the same thing in another way, so you can do by clicking on the transform data on the left hand side. then you will find here the data type. So once you click it here, and data type, you will find it here. So data type whole number, click on this, you will have exactly the same options which are appear here in front of you, like this one here, change data type, and third option is here when you click on here. So now, like if I want to make some more changes, for example, I want to change the name of the column, so that is also very much possible. Now how to change the name of the column? Just right click on this column, and you will be able to see here a rename. Click on rename, again click this one, just enter a month, or if you want that you want to make these changes the reverse, right? So that is also very much possible, so you can change that one. So this is the month. If you want, if you don't want to have this month, you want to change this one, it's a month number, or like let's say, so other information is also available that you want to change. So in this case, that you will be able to make some modifications. Even that countries, here you want to change the country name, you can do that. Or let's say if you don't want that, already the name has been changed, when you just double click on this, right? So then you will be able to find that what are the changes already that you have done. So in this case, that what you will do, go to the property, you will see this is the renamed. So already that this step we have used. So what I want, I just don't want to rename these columns, just by clicking on this close button. So the last process and the step that we took, that will be reversed. So you will find it here, like a month name that we changed, but now it is again that the previous name is already it, you can see. If I want that here only month, so what I can do, instead of month number I can use a month, right? So this is also very much possible. After making some modification here, that what we can do, I know that we have here some countries, so click on this, we can filter this data. Let's say that we have 1 2 3 4 5 countries, information is available, and what I want some more data, or a more table, and I can get this table from the website, and country's name as well as the total number of a population. So how and from where that we can get those data? So that data, for this purpose, what I have done, I have opened in the website. So this is one of the website, and from where that I have the list of countries and dependencies by the population. So these are the name of the countries, and with other information as well. So how to get this information in Power BI? So this is very simple. Just select this link, then after then what you can do, you can go to home, then so click on the new source, you will find here web. So click on the web, then next step will be whatever the link that you have copied, you need to paste it and click on OK. The moment you click on OK, then you will get data from that website, provided that internet connection should be very good. And now that you will find the navigator exactly the same way, the first file that you imported. So in this way, that you will be able to see the preview first. So on the left hand side, a number of tables that you can see, but let's say that we want to import this data. The previews you can see on the right hand side, and the moment that you click on OK, so this data that will be imported here in a Power Query editor. So some making some modifications, so that you will be uh, munching some data. So in this case, some of the information I don't want, right? Just like the rank, for example, I don't want the rank. We have one option, remove column. So click on this button, that so the first column is removed. Next, I don't want this population one, then date is not required. Source from the United Nations, this is also not required. And notes, this is also not required. So we have only two columns, which is required by the user. So now what I want in this, that you will see that there is the no column here. So what I want, I'm just going to click on this small button. The moment you click that, you will find here use the first row as header. So what I want to make it a header. So how to change header? This is the way. So click on this, that the first row as header, that you will find here the number, and also that you will find the column 1. We want to change this column 1 to any name. Let's say a country name, or whatever you want. Like let's say the simple name is the country name. So here you write here country underscore name and enter. So now you have changed the name of this column or heading. Now next is on the left hand side you find a cookie sale, and this is another file name that we have imported from website. If I want to change this name, then this is the way. Just right click on this, then you will find here rename. Click on rename, and you can write here population underscore data, or population data, whatever you want. Or even that the best option is that you can write here population table, so that we will be able to understand. So this file is related to population table. Okay, so once that you rename this, and these are the applied steps you can see. So what are the steps, what are the modification that we have done. Now if we want to transform more data related to the country, we can filter this data as well. So just by clicking on this drop down, then what I want some country's name. So let's first of all that we will see what are the name of the countries here that we want to match with those, and we want only those countries name, and the rest of the countries name that we don't want, right? So it means let's see that how many countries we have. We have 5 countries here, starting from Canada, then France, Germany, Mexico, and the United States. Now so click on the population table, and here that we want to filter it. To filter this data, so first of all click on this and select all. That it means that all the countries name are deselected. So step by step, that from the search field here, that we will be able to search the name of the country. So let's start from the first country, so Canada, and now this country you can select from here. Then second one is we can find France. Then next one we have Germany. Yeah, so this is here the Germany, the third one. The fourth one was Mexico, and the last one that was United States. Right. So all these countries name that we have selected here in this case. Now so we have all these data. We have two tables, right? And in the two tables, a lot of data we made some modification as well in this Power Query editor. Now what is the next step? So next step is that we want uh, to merge some queries, right? So now how to connect these two tables together? So we have these two tables, but we want to connect these two tables. So how to connect it? On the right hand side you find here merge queries. So in this case what will happen, you can connect these two tables on the basis of the country name, right? So click on this, then you will find it here, that a merge window that will appear in front of us. Here the first one is the country name we selected, and the second one that we find a population table. So in the population table again, that we find it a country name here, right here, that at the moment we click on that, so we will find here a privacy um, a level, so that because the data that we extracted from the website. So what I want, that I just click on the ignore privacy and I click on save. So once that you click on save, then the message will appear that the selection matches the 700 of the 700 rows from the first table. It means in the first table there are 700 rows. From all these 700 rows, that there were the name of the countries, and exactly the same name of the countries that you find it here. Okay, so now the next step is you can click on OK button, then the data will be available here. So what it has happened, so the both the tables are connected now, right? So they are connected with this country name and here the country. So in this, that you will see at the last the one column is added here. So now the next step is that what you will do, just here you click on the edge of this column name, and you will find it the one select all columns, country name and numbers. So what you want, just do one thing, that we need to select some the population here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to select this one and I click on the number, and also that I'm just going to click on OK. So now, so once that we have clicked on OK, then we will see that this the population data is available. So we have the country, right? These are the countries, and corresponding to the countries that we have this population. So once this step is over, the last step is, after making some modifications, then we will find here at the top close and apply. So we need to click on the close and apply. Then the first option is close and apply, right? So now after clicking on that button, and we will see that the data is being imported in Microsoft Power BI desktop. So it will take a couple of seconds. It also depends upon the processor of your and configuration of your computer. Now once that data will be imported, so you will find that information on the right hand side here. Okay, so yes, so loading data to model, and so already done. So the full information and the full data is imported. Then on the right hand side you will find it here, cookies sale. Then here you will find a population table, right? So you can expand a little bit if you want, as per your convenience, like this. It all depends upon you. So now next is you on the left hand side you find here report view, then data view, and you have a model view, right? So before going to go this one, that I just want to make some apply changes. So sometime this message appears, that because that we have made some changes uh, in the power editors. So once you click on this, that the changes will happen. Okay, so next that what you can see here, the report view, data view, and the third one is the model view. When you click on the model view, then you will find here that the two tables are here, and both tables are connected, because at the previous step that we merged the data, and after merging that we have imported data, so there is a relationship is established between these two. Now the next is that we have here this information. Click on the report view, we will find this is the blank area. So this area is known as a blank canvas, and here what we can do, we can insert the text boxes here, that we have some text boxes. So from where that we need to create the text boxes, this is the text box that you can find it here. just when you click on the text boxes here, then you will find it here, and you can write whatever that message that you want. Let's say for example that here I'm just going to write here RJ Dairy Financials, and here if I want to change the font style, and we can change the font style as well as the font size. So let's see that we have the font size available. Alright, so even then that we can make some modification like a control B or just bold that we want, and the font color if we want to make it red or maybe yeah, this color maroon, then here we can adjust in such a way so it should look very nice. So even that alignment, we can do alignment here at the center, and also once it is created that we can drag it as per our requirement, right? Okay, so next we have set this data. So what we can do, we can just minimize this format so that we will be able to see this data very easily. Okay, so so next is we have this information. Now this is the blank area, like a blank canvas. Now what I want to see a profit of this company by date. So in this case that we know that a cookie sale table is there on the right hand side, and we need to click on the profit and the date, both things that we want. So in this case that first of all that we need to go to the date first, and the moment that we click on the date, and we can expand it, and we will find the date over here, and date as well as that what we want a profit here. So this is the profit we can see by click on the profit, and date and profit is here. So so what is happening here, so the year, quarter, month and day, so all this information is coming here, right, automatically. So how this information and why this information is coming, this information and this date, all this is coming because that we have selected this option. So look at this, we have some options over here, and in this option that you can say auto date and time for the new files. So this is already checked, so that's why this date hierarchy is already available with us, right? So once like the date hierarchy is here, so that's why this information is here. Now the sum of the profit that you can find it here as well. So what I want, I'm just going to make some amendments like in date what I'm going to see. So just click on this date and you find the date functions, date options here. So click on the date options, then you will find this data as it is, like the date and the sum of the profit over here. Now what I want, I'm just going to make it a little short, right? And I just want this to convert to the bar chart. So here we have the bar chart here. So by clicking on this, that you will be able to see that this bar chart is available with us. So we can drag and drop and make some modification like this. So once this function that we have used, right? So next what I want, that how to convert to the line chart. So exactly the same functions that we can create one more time. So what I'm going to do, instead of clicking here that line chart, that I want the new one here. So for this one, just click on the white area first, then again that you go to the date as well as the profit. So I click on the date as well as the profit here, and exactly the same way that I'm using this date here. So this information is available. So instead of like showing this one as a table, what I want to see this one as a line chart. So by clicking on the line chart, you will be able to see here line chart information is available. So exactly what it is, this is the line chart. So now the we have here this information which is known as a stacked column chart, and also the second one that we have a line chart.